myself initially. I always thought about me. Why did I have this terrible boss? Why this happened to me? Why didn't I have a good career? Why am I so silly in investing and lost so much and so on? So the moment when I don't focus on things that I don't have control at all, my life changed.
This is the Next Level Exclusives, where we exclusively feature ordinary people who achieved amazing success. My name is Chris, and today we have a man starting from a food delivery 4 years ago, and now he is financially free. How did he make it? What did he do to make it? This is what we will be uncovering today. Stay until the end because he has a very important gift for all of you. So Sam, how did you get started on changing your life?
Hello everyone, I'm Sam Neoh. I got started on changing my life because I have a very bad career and I don't see a clear future in my life. Can you imagine? Out of my 20 years of working life in my home country Malaysia, I changed jobs 7 times. I was actually forced to change companies. I had an extremely unpleasant work experience. So out of that 7 companies, 1 bankrupt, 1 closed down, and 2 moved out of the country. And the remaining 2 had a big layoff. So I decided to come to Singapore to find a better living. Finally, I got a job in Singapore. But I didn't expect I will fall into another wormhole. It all seemed pretty smooth in the beginning. So I landed a job as a software engineer, and I could remember throwing a mini celebration with my family. Little did I know I was jumping from the frying pan into the fire. I had a boss who was worse than all I had in Malaysia. I was singled out for every wrong thing I did at work. This terrible boss was over demanding and never respected and appreciated anyone. Does any of you have this experience? And because I was a foreigner, they treated me differently from my colleagues who were locals. I felt extremely frustrated. That's why I think life as an employee will be more unstable, and this applies to anyone, especially with so many technological advancements like AI and so on. Do you agree? I can't have a stable income and career future at that time. Every time I go for a brand new job, I need to start all over again. I work hard, but eventually my network is not moving much because of the currency exchange rate in my home country Malaysia is not moving in my favor. So I was jobless for 14 months and I have to work as a food delivery man. My monthly expenses are around 4,000. There was so much pressure on me. There is a housing loan of 7 figures. I have to support my parents and 3 kids as well. Because there is no clear future in my life, I have no control over my life. My life experience so far has been controlled by all other people except myself.
Wow, Sam. So what did you do to get started on having more control of your life?
I faced many problems in my life. Luckily, I have a big voice in my mind. I have already stepped out of my comfort zone in my home country Malaysia. If what I want is to be employed and work until I retire, what is the point of coming to Singapore? This has become my motto in my life. So no matter how difficult I was when I was in Singapore, I believe that there is a silver lining in the dark cloud. This supports my mind very well. Maybe I was poisoned by those Hollywood movies that emphasize a lot about the American dream, such as Rocky. What I have is Singapore dream. This is in fact a lot of Asian dream. So at that time, I thought Singapore was a place where there were a lot of seminars, and I decided to start attending them in search of a solution. I was amazed on how much I learned, how much I grew as a person. At the beginning, everything was fine. I started my new investment journey at the end of 2018 on gold future, option, and Bitcoin. Suddenly, COVID came. Everything just turned upside down. I lost more than SGD 44,280 in gold futures. Why can I remember so clearly? I lost SGD 44,280. Do you know how much pain I have? The frequent quarrel seen between me and my wife have planted in my head. Even now, my wife keeps reminding me of this incident. How many of you can relate to my pain? The worst is, before that, I thought I was good enough to be a full-time trader. So I quit my job. How silly I was at that time. But I didn't give up on my dream. In fact, I attended many seminars, affiliate marketing, creating and selling ebooks, and various investment courses such as stock options, forex, gold future, and many more. I spent about 1 year of my savings, but I found little success in in them. Most of these solutions require a big amount of capital or effort, or they are too risky. With the big losses in those investments, I left with very little savings. However, I have a strong conviction in Bitcoin. Time fast forward and 4 years later, I am financially free. I managed to survive these 4 years. In hindsight, I invested in Bitcoin because I knew that Bitcoin is having exponential growth. Secondly, investing in Bitcoin doesn't require huge capital. At that moment in my life, I never thought of giving up my dream, never thought of selling a single cent from my crypto portfolio. So I am unstoppable in my dream throughout the pandemic and economy downturn. So contrarily to what many people think, crypto is not like what people say. It is even safer, as anyone can start with a small amount of capital.
That's very interesting. What about crypto that you find it is not risky?
Bitcoin can be bought in fractions. This is a fact that many people do not know. Anyone can just use $5 or less to invest in Bitcoin, but you cannot do that with property, stocks, or any other kind of investment vehicle. Basically, there are two common ways for crypto investment. One is to create long-term wealth. It is basically our retirement fund. The other one is create cash flow. Cash flow is for our monthly expenses. Beginners like to put a lot of money into trading. Investing instead of trading is much safer and easier. This is the best advice that I can give you. The capital needed is much smaller because gain is much higher in crypto investment.
Sam, I don't understand this statement. Can you give us an example?
Take me as real example. At the end of 2018, I invested around 3,000 at this beginning of journey, and after 3 years, I was able to turn this 3,000 into 68,000 and I bought a car. How is this possible? At the end of 2018, the price of Bitcoin is around 3,000, and the end of 2021, the price of Bitcoin is 68,000. So I have a 100% surefire way to make money through Bitcoin. You just need to know how.
Wow, really? 100% surefire way. So how can we learn more from you? Because I'm pretty sure you have so much more to share with us, right?
I have a sharing section, especially prepared only for the audience of Next Level. It will be on the 2nd of May 2023 at 8 p.m. Singapore time. If you want to join, you may scan the QR code and go to the link provided and join my Telegram group. I will be giving you access to the live sharing. Do take note that I can't share everything in this short interview. I am not able to mention what are the extra precautions when doing crypto investment, and also tips and tricks to really maximize the full gain. In fact, I have simplified the learning of crypto. You no need to learn complicated blockchain, no need to spend a lot of daily effort, and no need to look at complicated charts. And the best is that you no need to have huge capital, and more importantly, you can avoid altogether the mistakes that I made before. Do you know what is the most important thing to learn before we start crypto investment? The first thing we need to learn actually is to know why Bitcoin and crypto are the future, so that you can have strong conviction like me. There are many naysayers out there that don't understand about crypto and keep spreading wrong information. Bear in mind, in this modern generation, if we don't know about crypto, it is like not being willing to learn about the internet and email 20 years ago. What if you started investing in Apple stocks just 1,040 years ago? Guess how much do you have now? It is 1.635 million. Did any of you remember at the launch of the iPhone in 2007? A lot of people having doubt about this iPhone without any button. How could it sell? But in 2010, just 3 years later, do you think many people already believe the iPhone will be one of the major smartphone players? Same here, Bitcoin. Launched in 2009. It has been 14 years. If the concept principle not working, Bitcoin and crypto has already extinct a long time ago, and the price will not keep shooting up.
Okay, Sam, so what if people can't make it for the sharing?
If any of you cannot come, I will still suggest that you scan the QR code and join my Telegram group so that I can keep you informed about the next section, and I will need to see the demand before I consider organizing a similar section again.
So Sam, what is the reason why you want to share your story? Because I'm pretty sure not every one of us are willing to share this side of our life.
First, let me tell you two stories. My father-in-law died last year. My mother died the year before last year. My father-in-law died in old age. My mother died because of sickness. If you ask me whether do I feel sad, I say a little bit. You might wonder, why am I only say a little bit? Because I see them suffering. Can you relate that? My mom suffered unbearable neck pain and also pain of no freedom. She cannot move around by herself. My dad-in-law suffer from no freedom and regret. He had a chance to move around many years, but because of his traditional Chinese mindset that wanted to die at home, he chose to stay at home. He literally lost around 10 years of his life just by this decision. I can see from his eyes the helpless and regretful emotion. Both my mom and my father-in-law have similar expressions. All this make me realize one thing. Pain is temporary. Regret is permanent. If I choose not to take any action like my father-in-law, my regret will be permanent. There are 3 most important choices I have made. Marry my wife, move to Singapore, and investing in Bitcoin. So do absolutely something to change your life while you can. Not to wait until you regret one day. Remember, pain is temporary. Regret is permanent. When you are old, are helpless. Flashback my life. I focused too much on myself. I always thought about me. Why did I have this terrible boss? Why this happened to me? Why didn't I have a good career? Why am I so silly in investing and lost so much and so on? The moment when I don't focus on things that I don't have control, my life changed. Even better is when I started to look outside on what I can do to help other people. In this stage of my life, I would like to contribute by sharing my knowledge about Bitcoin and how to live a fulfilling dream life. So do you ever ask why you were not born in a rich family? Can you imagine what if you are already financially free? What will you do? Imagine time and money not a problem. What will you do? This is in fact the key question you need to ask yourself to have a fulfilling dream life. Ask yourself what you will do when money and time not a problem for you. Many people in this life are only surviving the whole life. What if I tell you there is an easy and true formula to live a fulfilling dream life? You have heard the first part of my life story. Would that be okay if I share the second part of my story? Life is like playing a game, a sport. For example, a basketball or football game. There are 2 parts of the game, first half and second half. You can see my first half isn't really good. However, last year, 2022, I have been an international speaker, speaking alongside with Mary Buffett, Arthur Gamezi, Melissa Kukan, Nico Buffett, Richard Tan, and Sonsia, either physically or virtually in a few countries. And tell you a secret, I was also an Amazon bestseller author last year. You might wonder, how could this middle-aged Bitcoin guy who is introverted and can't even speak English well be an international speaker and be Amazon bestseller author? What I can say is, without being financially free, it is not easy to achieve all this. Do you agree? I have a dream, I took action. Bitcoin made me financially free and I took more action. This is a much easier formula than any formula out there to get a fulfilling dream life. Don't you agree? The choice is yours. The easy and true formula to live in fulfilling dream life is to be financially free first. The reason why most people fear even though they attended many motivation seminars is without financial backup, it probably needs extra 10 times of determination to achieve what they really want. This is the best gift for you, a very practical formula for you to be financially free and live a fulfilling dream life. Tell you another secret. The first time when I appear on stage, my 2 sons who are in their 14 and 16 actually rushed and hide in the room because they couldn't believe I could finally appear on stage and they were afraid that I would not perform well and disappointed them. So my question is, do you think it is great to fulfill our dream and at the same time become a role model to our children? And can you feel my happiness after I deliver my presentation on the stage? It is exactly like the movie The Pursuit of Happiness, how Will Smith expressed his gratitude after being recruited as a stockbroker. Last word I can say to you is, with dreams, action taking and believing in Bitcoin, everything is possible. Imagine me as a middle-aged man, starting from zero without moving a single cent from my home country, financially free in just 5 years and achieving many of my dreams. Without Bitcoin, I think it is really hard. If Sam can make it, so can you. I fear people who didn't live to fulfill dream life are a waste. Together, we can make the world better. I felt pity for people who don't believe in crypto, and I really think life shouldn't be wasted. Live a fulfilling life for yourself. Become a role model to our next generation. I want to impact other people's lives. This is my life mission. If Sam can make it, so can you. I am NextLevel Sam. There are 2 ways in crypto to earn money. First, as an investor. Second, as a crypto project owner. I aspire to launch crypto coins one day and I need supporters. As my supporters, you can get free coins one day. So join my Telegram, social media, and remember me, NextLevel Sam.